Well, hello and welcome again to our reading of Mark's Gospel. We're in chapter 14 up to the verse 22, which is the institution of the Lord's Supper, which of course is mentioned in Matthew and Luke, but not John, and we also get some reference to it in 1 Corinthians. So we'll begin with the genitive absolute, and as they were eating, so it's a present participle. This is Jesus, having taken bread and having blessed it, eklazen, he broke it, from klasdo. So he broke it and he gave it to them and said, "Take, this is my body." And having taken the cup and having given thanks, he gave it to them, and all of them were drinking from it. This is the aorist from pino. It's a strong aorist, irregular verb, epion, so all of them were drinking from it. And he said to them, "This is my blood of the covenant, the one being that which is shed," so this is agreeing back with Heimer, "that which is being shed on behalf of many." This is from from enkuno perhaps, or enkuo. This is a passive, so a present passive form, that which is being shed on behalf of many. Truly I say to you, that no longer, and then we get the strong negative with a subjunctive, that no longer at all will I drink from the produce or the fruit, perhaps it's that which is grown from the produce of the vine, until, and we get until that day, whenever I drink it kainon new in the kingdom of God. And having sung a hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives. The next pericope is the denial of Peter, which is told in all three Gospels. And Jesus says to them, historic present, that all of you will be scandalized, all of you will be caused to stumble, from scandalizo. This future passive, as. Now the hoti is probably like hoti just as, so it's a funny odd use of hoti. So as it is written, the quotation here is from Zechariah chapter 13. So hoti for hose here, as it is written, I will strike, from patasso, I will strike the shepherd and the sheep will be scattered, from diascorpizdo. This is again future passive. But we get an articulate infinitive with meta here, after me to have been raised up. So this is an aorist passive infinitive. This construction of meta plus the articular infinitive and accusative. So after I have been raised up, proaxo, from proago, I will go ahead of you into Galilee. And Peter said to him, even if all will be caused to stumble, so it's that same verb again, but not I. So I will not, we'd say, but it's literally but not I, but I will not. And Jesus says to him, historic present, truly I say to you that you, Samaron, today, taute te nukti, on this very night, prin a is used for prin in biblical Greek. You often get the prin a in place of just prin. So before the cock makes a noise twice, so it calls twice or crows twice, you will deny me tris 3 times. And he This ek perissos is post-classical and it's not in the Septuagint. It means something like excessively or emphatically. So he was saying emphatically, even if it is necessary for me, sun apotenein, for me to die with you, in no way will I deny you. Future here from ne'amai. And likewise also all of them were saying. Jesus now goes into Gethsemane, and they go into the place of which the name is Gethsemane. Probably means a place where oil is pressed. And he says to his disciples, "Kathisate," imperative, "sit here while I might pray." Aorist subjunctive from pros euchomai. And he takes with him Peter and James and John with him. So he takes Peter and James and John metautu with him. And these, of course, along with Andrew, are these four main disciples. And he begins ek thambasthai. The word means here to be greatly distressed. So he began to be greatly distressed, kai adomanan. This word is rare in the New Testament, does occur in classical Greek. It means to be in anguish, to be troubled, to be sorely troubled. And he says to them, "My soul is perilupos, is greatly grieved unto death." Aorist imperative, remain here and keep watch. And going forth a little way, mikron, epipton, he fell epitesges upon the ground, and he prayed, hina, here it is, that if it is possible, the hour might pass from him. So he prayed that, so that's the use of hina here, that if it is possible, the hour might pass from him, might pass him by. And he was saying, Abba, Father. So this is just a translation of the Hebrew, the Aramaic Hebrew word Abba, Father. Mark always translates these Semitic words. Abba, Father, all things dunata soi are possible for you. Pros enenke, imperative from paranenke, imperative from paraphero, take this cup from me, but not what I want, but what you understand want. And he comes and he finds them, so he came and he found them sleeping, kathiodontas, accusative participle here from kathiudo, and he says to Peter, Simon, and he calls him Shimon here, are you sleeping? Uk iskusas, are you not so strong as to keep watch for 1 hour, to keep awake for 1 hour? So are you not able, do you not have the strength to keep watch for 1 hour? Stay awake, or to stay awake for 1 hour. Stay awake and pray that you might not come into a temptation, to testing. Perasmos is more a sense of test than temptation generally. Now we get a men and a de here. We don't see many of these in Mark. Here it's very appropriate. It says the spirit is prothemon, willing, but the flesh is weak. And this must be one of the few examples of this balancing of men and de in Mark's Gospel. And again having come, he prayed the same word, saying, he prayed, speaking, or having spoken the same word. The participle must go with this bit. So having come again, he prayed, having said the same word. And having come again, he found them sleeping, for their eyes were weighed down. This is from kata baruno, and this is the passive participle here, weighed down. And they did not know literally how they might answer him, or what answer they might give to him, or what they might answer him. And he comes the third time and says to them, sleep toloipon, so sleep for the remaining, it's just for the remaining, it's not clear what it means here really, but sleep for the remaining time perhaps, and rest. It's a question. Are you sleeping for the remaining time and resting? Ap eke. The meaning here again is uncertain, and it may be a mistranslation from the Arabic. It's usually taken to mean enough of this, it is sufficient, but it literally means it is far away. The hour has come, behold, the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Arise, let us go. So this is an imperative, this is a hortatory subjunctive. Arise, let us go. Behold, the one betraying me, engiken, has come. This is from engisdo, and this is the perfect form here. Has drawn near rather than has come. So the one betraying me has drawn near. And that's the end of that.